it did well. It did really well, and I think in terms of like what you could do in Arkham Asylum, like because it was I'm trying to think of the word. There it was very limited. Let's just say that like obviously now Batman has a lot more weapons, a lot more gadgets, a lot more stuff to choose from in order to use to sort of like tackle those issues. It's always been fascinating to me because like I've played a lot of them, and I've like when it comes to Arkham City, I feel I'm obsessed with the story just due to the fact that Batman is just handled well, like, you know, voiced by Kevin Conroy, the legend. The game. Let me talk about Arkham City first, and then I'll get into Arkham Asylum. I think Arkham City needs to be the first one I need to talk about because I know a lot more about the game. I want to start by saying that the main game itself, the main story, not the challenge maps, not the DLCs, the main story is the main focus in any sort of game. It needs like a scenario, it needs like a background, and it needs to have like a fresh take on it. I just want to say this. The first Arkham game I played was Arkham Asylum. I didn't watch any videos for it. The only time I ever watched videos for the Arkham Asylum series was for the challenge maps to get the 3 medals, to get the trophies, and that was it. Other than that, the game is just amazing. It's just absolutely well done. You've got the main characters. I think Scarecrow was probably the best character in Arkham Asylum. Done very well. His fear toxin, making you think that Gordon was deceased, but because that kind of leads into Arkham City, doesn't it? Because you see him on one of the buildings, on one of the roofs. When you're gliding across the steel mill area, so you'll see him. But other than that, I personally think Arkham City did well, and it just needs to be it just needs to be like appreciated, you know, not like where Arkham Knight went. I personally feel Arkham Knight was the worst out of them all. I think looking at all the Arkham games, when you play the Arkham games, like they're supposed to give you that feeling that yeah, I'm Batman beating up bad guys, but at the same time, like you look at how much tragedy they put into these stories and how much tragedy they put into like you have to pay for these DLCs. You paid for the game, you pay for your Wi-Fi, you pay for your PlayStation, but on top of that, we want to make it more stressful for you instead of actually saying, you know what, this game isn't Batman Arkham Knight, it's Arkham Knights.